Hi again, Ruud.
Hi.
We've seen images today of Luke Shaw returning to training, with Lenny Yoro back the other day, Mason Mount, all these other players. It seems like the injuries are easing at just the right time with Rúben coming in.
Yeah, and also for me. I have to say, yesterday we had a lot of benefit from Christian playing a good 30 minutes for Ugarte, and obviously Mason making his first minutes again back. That benefited us as well. So glad that they're back, and also for the little bit longer future, good that Luke and Lenny are on the pitch.
We asked you last night about Ahmad. What was that? How was the assessment? How did it come out? And looking ahead, Kobbie Mainoo, I don't think we've got an update about him for a while. How's he doing? His progress?
Yes, Ahmad was assessed. Still working on him to get him ready for Sunday. Hopefully it will work. And Kobbie is also progressing in his injury. He's making the right steps. Not yet with the team though. That needs a bit more time.
Ruud, obviously this is your final match in interim charge. It'll be an emotional occasion, I'm sure, on Sunday. But for you, is it likely to be a second farewell from Manchester United? Do you know yet what your future holds?
No, first of all, it was a special period. It is still, of course, and I called it an important period because I think it was important to get through the 4 games as good as we could. I think we've done very well so far. The players reacted very well in the games. So obviously the focus is now to build on that and show that on Sunday with a big game ahead and a massive 3 points that are there to win. And so yeah, I don't know if it will be very emotional. I take it very pragmatic as well. Although I'm very proud to be able to fulfill this, but we'll see how that will feel on Sunday. And other than that, there's not much more news than yesterday evening, where I think Rúben and I are both, in that sense, focusing on our teams and our games. He's focused on Braga and his team, and I'm focused on Leicester with my team, and see if things can come together in the near future.
It seems like you've enjoyed the role. Would you one day like to think of yourself as a permanent manager of Manchester United?
Yeah, of course, I thought this through well when I made the decision to come to United as an assistant manager or assistant coach. I thought that through, and I knew that coming to Manchester United was for me a special occasion where I felt I want to be part of this journey with the club in also an assistant role. I had clear ambitions to manage. I made the decision to sign a 2-year deal as an assistant, and I'm still in that frame of mind. To be fair, to stay in that capacity.
Andy, this whole experience of being the boss, how do you rate it? Was it stressful? Have you enjoyed it?
No, I've enjoyed it. It gave a lot of energy. I think the reaction of the players was outstanding. I think also as an assistant you are quite close to players. So the past 3 months I spent a lot of time with the players and got to know the players very well, as human beings, but also as football players, where they are in their development and how I can help. And I think that relationship that is helping now that we are together and we want to achieve something together. So that bond is there, and that's what I feel very supported. So that gives a lot of energy, and the support of the fans obviously was amazing, and that gives also lots of confidence and energy. So so far so good.
As you pass on the reins, what's the best bit of advice that you give to Rúben Amorim?
That's a good question, actually. It's good to wrap it up after Sunday. And of course, I've been in for the 3 months in the season and this short spell. And from there on, I think it would be very good to wrap it all up and and have that conversation, yeah, it's a good question. I'm going to start thinking about it.
Let me know.
Ruud, if you win on Sunday, you'll have the highest win percentage of any Manchester United manager in history. You'll go past Michael Carrick. That's not the question, by the way. What sort of state is this dressing room at the moment? What can fans look into it? Because obviously it's been a disappointing season overall so far. Do you see optimism for fans?
I think if you look at it's a results game in the end, and I think the last 3 results were okay. You know, we're through in the Carabao Cup. We're in the quarterfinals there. It was a good point against Chelsea where we felt that we deserved more. And also an important win in the Europa League to get us settled higher up in that table to go through the next round in January, hopefully. So I think that momentum is changing a little bit. But of course, Sunday is also a competition where we need to do better than we're doing. So, as in the Carabao, where we needed to go to the next round and do good business in the Europa League with a win, that's Sunday, and that game is of very important in that sentiment, I think, overall.
Ruud, what has the last kind of 8 to 9 days taught you as a coach in your kind of relatively fresh managerial career?
I didn't really think about this. I think I'm so focused on getting the best out of the players, and with the staff members, and all together we're working on getting United back on track on the short term. That I'm not really reflected on that. To be fair, of course I learn a lot in the time that I'm here, and from other coaches and from players with the experience there is, and with opinions they have. So I think overall the knowledge about training sessions, managing individuals and teams, I think overall, now I think about it, is something that really benefited to me as a coach.
Yeah. Ruud, you did well at PSV and left for other reasons, and obviously the full 3 games here so far, we have seen a lift in performances. That must give you the appetite. It must be difficult then to be an assistant and not be all your ideas. Has it not given you the appetite to be your own man again in charge of a club?
Yeah, no, I think the appetite to build further within this club is stronger than the other bit.
But be your own man.
Yeah. So for this moment, and as I said, I made a deliberate decision to step in this role for 2 seasons and take it from there. And these 4 games haven't changed that sentiment. And that's why I said from the beginning that what my intentions were also after my interim job.
Something.
Ruud, when you first joined the club, there were Teddy Sheringham, Solskjaer, York, Cole, proven strikers, goal scorers. I know Rasmus and Josh were seen as potential, but do you accept that this club does need a proven goal scorer if it's to get back to where it needs to be?
Yeah, I agree that when you want to be a successful side in the Premier League and in Europe, and that's what the build is all about, you're gonna need a certain amount of goals. That is clear. That is, facts in football, and that's why the best teams in the world have those players. At the moment, we have players that get a certain amount of goals or assists, but obviously they are in an age where they still have to be developed, and there's the potential that they will be, and the belief is there that they can, and that's at this moment where we are.
Chris. Yes, hi Ruud.
Hi.
It's only going to have been 2 weeks and 4 games, but do you think you'll be handing over a group of players higher on confidence and better than what you inherited only 2 weeks ago?
I think that's the results in itself will make that happen. It's very easy. It's easy to manage a team. It's easier to manage a team that has won 2 of the last 3 and had a decent point at home against a good side, and the connection with the fans is there, and there's kind of this short good feeling that we can turn things round. That's what is happening at this moment, and of course, football being football, and especially in top flight football, the results are necessary, and the Sunday game in that is a big one.
I know it's not all about you, but how, from a kind of personal point of view, how proud would you be to hand over having gone unbeaten in those 4 games, hopefully winning 3 and drawing 1?
Yeah, especially for the club. It was very important after I took over to get I call it stabilize the ship with results, and all of a sudden we're 3 games further in that, and it passes so quickly. And the last one, that's the one also where it will mean a lot.